everyone. Hello. Welcome back to the Junkyard JawaCast, or if you're visiting us for the first time, welcome. Utini, as they say in Tatooine, on Tatooine. We are streaming a round 4 matchup of the Renegades Team Champ today, and I'm joined along with my two Renegades Team Champ teammates, Joe and Jeremy. Joe, say hello.
Hello, everyone.
That is Joe, and Jeremy.
Howdy, howdy.
That's Jeremy. Don't get him confused. There will be a test at the end of this video, or stream, depending on where you're watching this. Wow, I didn't know Team Jawa had a stream. I know. It's only because Team Jawa has a bye, because we're not good. Turns out.
Yes.
We have had some terrible luck, some terrible draws today. So, here we are, streaming a match instead of playing one. But that's okay. We still get the same prizes as the participation ones.
We tried our best,
We tried so hard,
hopefully.
and in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Whenever your aces die with direct hits, because of direct hits, you just know it's not a good day.
Yeah, that's a fact. I lost so many things to direct hit today. I was so angry.
Yep, I lost a couple ships too that way.
It's ridiculous. I think every round I lost at least 2 ships to a direct hit. It's one of those days.
I lost both Whisper and Obi-Wan to direct hits.
Oof.
Yeah, big oof.
Joe, are you logged in the JavaCast Twitch account?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Huh.
I don't know how I did it, but
Okay, there you go.
I'm in there.
Weird.
I know.
All right.
I really don't know how I did it. It's just been like that for some reason.
I just saw you post something in chat, and I was like, I don't think I typed that. I'm
You
pretty
didn't.
sure I didn't. I know I've been up since early, but since it's been early, whatever.
You're seeing things. You're speaking for yourself now.
Yeah, apparently I've got multiple personality disorder as a result of my sleepiness. But this matchup we have should be pretty fun. We've got on one side Daniel Leon flying a resistance list, and the other side we have William Rasmussen, otherwise known as Raz. I think that's his last name. I don't know quite how to pronounce it correctly. I'm sorry, William. But flying a fun scum list. It's William. Yeah, really, I was right. Rasmussen, I think. So, like I said, on the left side we've got Daniel Leon, and he is flying Meryl Colbin with Heroic. That is the I-1 A-Wing that if you have it in your bullseye, you are rolling 1 fewer defense dice. We have Finn with Heroic and Perceptive Copilot. We've got ZZ Tlo with Heroic and Optics, Tally Lintra with Heroic and Optics, and Sefton Vanek with Heroic and Optics. Sefton Vanek, the new I-5 A-Wing, whose ability is that he is an I-5 A-Wing, and not much else.
Yeah.
He can pass and evade, but why would you pass and evade after boosting?
You won it.
Yeah, pass and evade to someone at range 1, so let them have your only token. And die, I guess?
I mean, if they ever give him a way to get free evades, maybe, but you're
Yeah,
paying for the I-5 now.
exactly. It is a cheap I-5.
Cheap I-5.
All right, Joe, do you want to talk about Raz's list really quick?
Yeah. Let me talk.
We got a
Raz's
party
list.
list. We got a party bus going on.
Yeah. So we have Leighton Ashera. I'm going to kind of do these a little bit out of order, everyone, but just cause.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Mark.
We have Leighton Ashera, which is in the Seek. It's the purple one, purple pinkish one. After you defend or perform an attack, if the attack missed, you can gain 1 evade token. And on Leighton, Raz has Juke, which is while you perform an attack, if you are evading, you may change one of the defender's evade results to a focus. He has 2 more Seeks. One is Sarasu. While a friendly ship at range 0 to 1 defends, it may reroll 1 of its dice. And Sunny Bounder is the red Seek. And they are starting now.
Yeah, I got it.
And with Sunny Bounder, while you defend or perform an attack after you roll or re-roll your dice, if you add the same result on each of your dice, you may add 1 matching result. And on all 3 Seeks, we have Auto Blasters, which that's the weapon hard point on the M3A interceptors. Attack if the defender is in your bullseye, roll 1 additional die. During the neutralized result steps, if you are not in the defender's front arc, evade results do not cancel crit results. Now, we get to the big ship on here. We have Moralo Eval and the YV-666 light freighter. His ability is, if you would flee, you may spend 1 charge. If you do, place yourself in reserves instead. At the start of the next planning phase, place yourself within range 1 of the edge of the play area that you fled from.
Yeah, the party bus has a few other tricks up its sleeve, though.
Yes. So I'm going to go start with hull upgrade. Everyone knows what hull upgrade is. So now instead of 9 hull, he has 10 hull. Contraband cybernetics, if you spend that charge, you can execute actions and red maneuvers even while stressed. You have Dengar. After you defend it, the attacker is in your firing arc. You may spend 1 charge. If you do, roll 1 attack die unless the attacker chooses to remove 1 green token. On a hit or crit result, the attacker suffers 1 damage. Then you have L337. While you defend, you may flip this card. If you do, the attacker must reroll all attack die. And then I'm not 100% sure what's on the back of the gentleman, but
when you are not shielded, your bank turns become easier.
Yep.
And then you have 000. At the start of the engagement phase, you may choose 1 enemy ship at range 0 to 1. If you do, you gain 1 calculate token unless that ship chooses to gain 1 stress token.
So we have a very tricked out party bus coming in with some fun shenanigans available to it versus a way more maneuverable list. But Finn could be pretty in a pretty dangerous place pretty quick if he's not careful. I flew something similar to this list in the Barons team tournament back in February when in-person tournaments were still happening.
I miss those days.
I miss those days too.
It's forever ago.
Yeah, I think it was 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I don't know. Hard to say now. But one thing about this list is you need to be careful with how you fly Finn, because he is much slower and less maneuverable than those A-wings. He packs one heck of a punch though. So what I like to do with Finn is kind of bring him around the corner as the A-wings are coming, kind of in your face. He stays a little further back, a little harder to hit, and he just gets consistent damage in there. So it'll be interesting to see how Daniel flies this, especially in the face of such a big target like Moralo, who's going to have that full 180 arc with 3 reds all the way around. Also, if you're not aware, Hexile Gaming, I'm going to post their link in the chat, is also streaming one of the matchups for this table. So you can check back and forth between the 2 streams, see each one, and see what's going on for both. Of course, you probably know Hexile Gaming. If you know us, they are fantastic streamers of X-Wing content.
Yes.
So we do see Meryl start to move in as Sunny is doing a similar move. Both kind of coming around that rock, determining how they're going to meet. I will say Meryl is kind of a decent choice against these Auto Blaster. Hey, 5-point OMG, thanks for the follow.
Yes, thank you.
The nice thing about these Meryl against these Auto Blasters is they're going to be trying to line up the bullseye for the extra die, of course. But Meryl can use that as kind of an intimidation, get them to lose a defense die, which is going to be critical on these pretty weak M3s. Well, not weak, I should say, but pretty fragile M3s.
Yeah, they do not like rolling less than 3 dice, that's for certain.
Yeah, Jeremy he played an M3 list today twice with decent results.
Yeah.
1-1.
I won one of them.
Yeah.
50-50.
50-50. Hey, I went 100. I went undefeated with my Separatist list. The problem is I only got to fly it once, and they picked other lists the other 2 times.
Oh, geez.
So this team tournament was set up a little different than usual. I think most team tournaments you expect to have 1 list for each player. But this team tournament, they did it a bit differently, where each player brought 2 lists. In the odd number rounds, you would the team with who was chosen to be the defending team, and this choice was made by whoever had a lower or higher bid in the total of their 6 lists. Excuse me. Whoever had the lower bid could determine whether they wanted to be the attacker or the defender. If you were the defender, you got to choose 3 lists. You get to pick which 3 lists of yours that your opponent would be picking from. If you were the attacker, you got to match up those 3 lists. You had to pick 2 matchups for those 3 lists rather, out of the 6 that you brought to the event. And in the even numbered rounds, you had to use the lists that were not selected the first time. You do see Tally gaining that strain, just clipping the edge of that gas cloud there.
Just misjudged it a little bit.
Yeah, it's not going to be a huge. It's not going to really matter thanks to the
shots on Tally.
Yeah, thanks to the distance Tally has between her and the enemy right now. She'll be able to clear that before she actually goes to engage. But because of the way you match up lists in this event, you would likely you'd only be playing each list a maximum of 2 times in the 4-round day 1 of the event. Because we have a bye, I ended up playing. I've only ended up playing my Separatist list once, and I also played my Rebel list once. Excuse me. And lastly, you had the option to play a wildcard list if you didn't like the matchup in the even number rounds. And I did try that and played a wildcard Imperial list, which wasn't super great. So, joke's on me.
Yeah, we had fun.
We had fun.
Yeah.
And we now have a bye, which is why we're coming to you live. We have a shot. Sefton is going to go range 3 unobstructed onto, I believe that is Sunny. Gonna heroic that one.
Yeah,
big old Scott Bakula there.
I love the Enrique Iglesias heroic.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is Sefton. That was not Tally. I think I said Sefton.
You said Sefton.
Okay, thank you. Sunny is going to get a reroll from Sarasu, is going to whiff, and is going to focus. Bet all 2. Got it. That's one thing we should set up here. Where I should look into setting up a betting bot, points bot. We'll get that worked out. I got to set up points bot, and I got to set up channel points.
You or Justin are going to have to do that, Andrew, because I am computer illiterate.
Yeah,
I'm a millennial, but I have no idea how to use a computer besides, I know how to use Microsoft Word, Office, and the internet.
That's fair. All right, here we go. Range 3 through a rock. I do not believe you'll see Sunny taking damage here.
Why'd you have to say that? Why'd you have to say that?
Streamer curse right there. That's going to be hit crit into Sunny.
Come on, weapons failure. Make that Sunny superpowered.
I think you called it right
Weapons
there.
failure, you called it.
Weapons failure.
That's fantastic.
So if you don't know Sunny's ability allows him to add a result if you have all of the same results on attack or hit dice. So in the event of a weapons failure, if you're rolling a singular die, you will be triggering that every single time. So you have now made a superpowered M3 or superpowered Sunny.
That is definitely the streamer's curse right there.
It was. That's my fault. I'm sorry, Ras, if you watch this later. I'm sorry, Mr. Rasmussen. Don't get mad at me.
You just had to know it was coming, though.
Yeah.
It's one of those shots. It's like, it shouldn't work out, but it just does.
So here's the funny thing about weapons failure and doing some quick math. You know the odds of getting 2 crits are, right?
1 in 64.
1 in 64. You know the odds of getting 2 crits now if you're Sunny?
1 in 8.
1 in 8. You've just more than you 8 times your
yeah, exactly 8 times the chance.
I was gonna say it's not doubled or tripled. It's
octupled.
Octupled. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. You've octupled your chances of getting 2 crits. So,
jeez.
I feel like we're gonna see Sunny repair that. I kind of want him to not.
It's so nice though. It's nice in a weird way.
Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna keep it open like that or keep it flipped. Yes.
It's one of those things to where get Sunny behind these A-wings and hope that he survives.
Oh yeah, those auto blasters becomes insane. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be real funny and weird to see.
Because they can't evade auto blasters if you get behind them. Well, critical results.
Hey, as long as it's not in their front arc, if you get to the side of them too, you can start laying in those crits.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to
triggers based off the actual cardboard template, not the mobile arc for the A-wings.
Yep,
it's great.
Yeah, that's true of any ship though. It has to be the front arc. So like, for example, if it's a if it's a Falcon or a double turreted ship like that, it still applies. So
yeah. I remember Andrew and I we played a game.
Oh goodness!
Count Ryad had auto blasters, and I got behind one of his resistance bombers, and I think that's the only time I beat you, Andrew.
I thought you were going to bring up the time. I thought you were going to bring up the time that I melted Emon with my auto blaster B-wing.
Oh yeah, that too. That I honestly forgot about that because
he blocked it out.
I tried later that night.
Oh no!
No, the dream is still with Sunny to roll up with a range 1 auto blaster, get 4 hits into the 5th, or 4 crits into the 5th.
Oh gosh, that's fantastic.
Oh man,
this is. I don't know how I like Raz's positioning at the moment. I gotta say, just because of the fact these A-wings can do so much. I don't think there's anything. This isn't like anything against Raz's playing so far. I believe this is more about how maneuverable these A-wings are comparatively.
Yeah.
This can get real bad real fast if you're not careful.
So here's a question for you. If Moralo turns in, his ability is basically going to be off for the longest time. Do you think
correct.
Moralo flees here to get a better position?
What is Moralo's ability? What board edge does he have to come back on?
The board edge he flies off of.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he could just like hard turn 3 out of here and then pop back up anywhere on that edge facing right towards them.
I don't know if that actually helps him though.
Kind of puts him in the same spot, really. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I think you've got a similar spot and a similar arc as opposed to if you just did like a too hard, and you're losing a shot for this turn likely.
True.
I don't think you'll see that yet. Were the A-wings behind him? Then yeah, I think you'd probably see that. But
now, is there a ship? For some reason I'm brain dumping right now. That if you do flee like that, you have to take out a certain amount of your hull and stuff.
no, you may be thinking of Manaru in the Jump Master, where if you would
Tell.
be Tell. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Tell in the Jump Master, which is where if you'd be destroyed, you just come back with 1 health.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
It's been a long day.
It really hasn't though. I mean, it's barely early afternoon right now. We got to play early.
We've played 3 games of X-Wing today already.
Yeah.
That is a lot for a Saturday in which I was planning on sleeping in. Well, I wasn't. I was planning on doing this, but...
Yeah.
Leighton is going to do the 1 bank, take a target lock onto Merrill. This seems pretty decent. Maybe take a look. Oh yeah, he's got these fancy tokens to match his M3s. I like them. Makes sense. Tell is, or not Tell. I'm sorry. We say now I'm thinking about Tel Travera. Moralo is gonna keep bumping. It's an interesting way of keeping him back in this formation to keep him close to Sarasu for the rerolls. I wonder how long he's going to be able to maintain this. Because at some point, you're going to want to bring Manaru in close. That was, I think, a 2 bank out of Sefton. 2 turn.
2 turn, it looks like.
Yep, 2 turn. I'm going to take a focus and going to boost in as well. Rash changing out for his fancy focuses. I like it. Tally going...
those gas clouds.
Yes, we say going from one cloud to the other. Does take another strain. She'll clear 1, takes 1, so just, net 0. The flux of that strain was 0, if you want to go engineering on this.
Ooh. I'm an engineer for the Army, Andrew, and I don't even know that stuff.
It's just flow rate. That's all it is. It's just... What's the flow differential at that point? But we're getting into some diffy Q stuff now. Nothing for 000 makes sense. I guess too bad 000 doesn't work with yourself. Give one of these things a stress to calculate. This seems decent. Sarasu going to shoot Meryl through a rock, see if she can't do what Meryl did to poor Sunny there.
That's a start.
That's a good start. Hit crit. Not enough.
That's fine.
Not enough. Yeah, I was gonna be surprised if Tally had anything.
ZZ, wow. If you look at this, it says that she has Leighton, but
Ooh, yeah, I think she has Leighton. If you zoom in there, like it clearly looks like she'd have him if it was a complete arc and not just a line. Because they approximate an arc by just doing a series of straight lines.
Yep.
So if it wasn't actually an arc, instead of a straight line at the edge, you'd see it would have it. But
I'd say the math is there even if our eyes can't see it.
yeah.
Range 1 in the Sarasu here from
Sefton.
Sefton.
This could be a good hit. I imagine you're going to see Sefton spend it. I mean, I don't think Sefton's in any danger. I guess it does have the full front from Moralo to deal with.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where Sarasu, I'd almost spend
He spent it, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's getting the shot from Moralo, but it's an unmodded shot, so.
Mm-hmm.
But Sarasu
She just focuses. She's good.
See, but that's a decision that I think that was the right decision for both players to have made.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
I think you've got a chance to do some damage into one of the higher priority targets. If you can do it.
Shot.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the. Well, I guess he does have Merrill, but Sefton's a way better shot right now. Hit crit.
Not bad.
We will see a damage into these A-Wings here. One on old Sefton. One shield down. Honestly, not a... I mean, if you could have gotten damage through onto Cersei there, you would have been happier, obviously. But all things considered, not terrible.
Not at all.
Finn is going into Sunny here.
Range 3 through.
Oh, Finn's going to add a blank in Heroic. Pinging it.
Oh, he didn't add the
blank.
blank.
He didn't add the blank.
He can just add the eye here if he wants to.
He could just add the eye here.
He can still add the strain, and...
Yeah, I think this may be... he might be talking to his opponent about you could have added the blank, then rerolled.
Yep.
Oh, might just been a forget thing you forgot about. It looks like he's adding a focus result, taking the strain. Yep. Gonna spend the focus for 3, get that consistent damage out of Finn that you like to see.
Interesting here, though, this is a Finn without advanced optics, though, so he's not as terrifying as he could be, but he's still pretty gross.
Absolutely. He at least has to take those strains now. Rerolling with Sarasu. And we'll spend the focus and get 3. Sarasu not being super effective right now for old Sunny.
Unlike anytime Jeremy flies Sarasu.
Yeah.
Those games, I'll never be able to repeat those. If there wasn't a streamed record, there's no way I could prove it.
So here comes the weapons failured Sunny onto Tally.
There it goes in the chat saying Sunny.
Yep. Actually ping that. Yeah, that should be only 3. Yeah, 3 dice. There we go. Ooh, 2 are going in.
And I was about to say earlier, well, Tally's probably not getting shot, so the strain won't matter.
Well,
I didn't have to say it, and the streamer curse kicked in.
I was going to say you thought about it. I just had to ping that strain, It's important to note there. We have range Tooth of the Rock at Old Sunny. Takes focus. I am glad that Raz didn't fix the weapons failure on Sunny and did notice the... either noticed or knew about the insanity that is...
and then Sunny gets to add a 5th evade. Good gosh.
Yeah, Sunny gets the Cersei reroll, then adds a 5th evade. 5 evades out of Sunny. But he did notice the nice synergy you get, or the nice combo you can get now with old Sunny. So at the end of what I would consider our first round of real engagement, we do see Raz with a 6-point lead at the moment. And that being said, I mean, it's 15-21, so it's not like either player is really ahead at the moment.
You traded 3 hit points for 2 hit points, so...
Yeah, I mean, that is good. I mean, if you're a Raz, you've got a health advantage. Anytime you're getting more health than you are losing, that's obviously good. But especially when you have a huge ship. Do what?
He said he'd be right back.
Oh, yep, no worries. I was going to sit here and wait for him to say something for the next 10 minutes.
I was saying, the durability difference just from bringing Moralo is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing to note, though, is Finn can live forever if you're not careful.
That is true, but Moralo's got more health than three of the A-Wings combined.
Yep.
So
Yeah. And can reinforce, so that can go a lot further than the A-Wings
I'm going to say
can.
almost double it in that case. And
Yeah. Oof. This might be a tough matchup for Daniel. I think he'll be okay. Because he has the maneuverability on his side. These A-Wings can get behind Moralo, and as soon as they do, I mean, he is not going to be happy. His turnaround, I mean, he can't turn around. He can hard turn, but even then, they can still arc dodge him.
It's part of why I'm a little worried about him bringing him away from the board edge, because he can't just fly off and come back on.
Yeah,
He's going to be stuck wallowing in the middle and probably till he dies.
Yeah, fly off, come back on is his way of K-turning.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. I mean, but the problem is, I don't think Daniel's going to let you engage that way. I don't think he's going to go to that edge.
No.
He's going to force you to come to the middle, try to drag him across the rocks. But that's what you got to do in this situation.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I'm expecting maybe like a one bank out of Moralo, try to force the bump again. Just set something up where he's kind of facing that way, but not entirely.
Yeah, I see. I really want Moralo to get an action this turn. I want to see him with a chance to actually get an action and try to get something through.
See, I think the only way he does the action is if he stops and uses contraband here, which I don't think now is the time to use it. I mean, he could go fast with him, but I don't see that either.
Yeah. I mean, you could do like a one bank. No. One bank's probably going to hit Cersei, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Anything faster puts you too close to that rock.
Yep. We see Meryl go 2 straight, just clear that stress. Seems good, takes a focus. Finn going to take both of his focus, clear the strain with a blue maneuver. We do see Leighton coming with a 3, gonna bump just barely. That's close. That's the one thing I hate about flying swarms, is those bank maneuvers get real weird real fast.
So you mess up that positioning just a little bit, and we did the 1 straight.
Moralo will get an
action.
Maybe a target lock on Finn. Looks like he's gonna target lock. If I'm Raz right now, my target I think is Finn, because you know where he's gonna be. So you know he's not going to be doing something and getting out of your arc.
Sorry about that, gentlemen. I had to go see my wife off. She's going to her craft show.
Ah, very fun.
I heard crack showing, like he meant craft. He had to have meant craft.
Probably craft.
She's leaving him. She packed a bag.
Oh gosh.
It's because of his performance today. I think that's my other wife's leaving me too, don't worry.
She was watching the whole time.
Yeah, just real disappointed.
What?
Nothing.
Yes, my wife wants to leave me because I suck at everything.
Exactly. 2 bank out of Sefton. Gonna focus, just stay there. I mean, he's not in any danger. No one's shooting him. Tally will get off the cloud. She gets an action for the first time. And unfortunately, I think she has at least 2 of Raz's opponents bullseyed, which means that you're going to see her ability proc at least, or not at least, but you'll see her ability proc once this round, which will give most likely Finn an extra evade die. Just help him live a little longer. Between that and his ability, he should be able to tank a few of these shots from the M3s without being hurt too much. The key is how much damage can Moralo put in is the question.
And 000 should come into effect this round.
Yep, we'll see if Raz remembers that, but I imagine
range for it last time, so I'm hopeful.
Yeah. I have a feeling you're going to see Sefton take the stress because it's an A-Wing.
Yeah, they won't care about it.
Yeah. Yep, there you go. Yep, you see Daniel taking the
yeah,
stress on Sefin, saying, I don't care.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Before even
knew.
brought it up.
He knew what was coming. So, Sarasu has 2 range 2 shots, no mods regardless. Looks like she's going to go into Tally.
I mean, Callie is down to half points.
Yeah. I almost say go into Finn, try to sneak off one of those focuses, but we'll see. 2 hits?
No, just 1 hit.
Oh, 1 hit, 1 eye? Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the top down, that is on its edge, so it's hard to see what I called it. 1 evade from Tally, she's fine. And then you're going to see these I-5 A-wings start to do some damage. Oof, ZZ misses.
Wow.
But you will see Tally has 2 range 1 shots, a range 2 shot if she wants it.
Probably going into Leighton, if I had to guess.
I mean, going into
No
Leighton,
token?
I said going into Leighton or going into Sunny here seems decent. The scary thing is, or the thing about it is that you have to eventually start hitting Morello, and you know you've got at least 1 more shot on him this turn.
Right. If he loses too many A-Wings before that, though, Morello won't take forever to go down.
Exactly. He'll just live for... He just will out beef him. You're going to see Tally's going into Sunny. 1 hit, 2 eyes. Really not a bad roll, but the question is how aggressive do you want to be here?
Because Tally could be taking 2 more shots this round.
Sunny is damaged. You could
I
try
mean,
and
she
push
could be
for the
taking
kill
3
here.
more shots, because Morello could shoot her.
I think you spend it here, try to push for the kill on Sunny.
I agree.
Yeah, he's
Looks like
going for
Dano's
it.
going to do it. He's going to choose violence. You'll see Saris reroll. And a focus. So you will see
So Sunny lives.
1 damage onto Sunny. 1 left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Finn will get to go before her, though. He'll probably take care of her.
Yeah, I have to imagine Sunny won't be around to shoot. We'll see. Range 1 into Morello. Looks like Raz may have stolen one of Daniel's attack dice. Hit crit going to Morello, probably optics.
He's nothing coming in on him, so why not spend it?
Yeah. I mean, look at these fantastic Kylo Ren optics cards. Very big fan of them.
I have those.
Oh, really?
I have those.
Those are
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep, he spent it.
Yep, spends it for 3, 2 hits and a crit. Gets 1 evade. You're going to see 2 shields down on Morello.
Gets that disrespectful evade for
Yeah,
one
I know.
die ship.
Yeah, that's the funny thing, right? You always say an evade on a 1 die ship is disrespectful.
Yeah, so my last match, I was playing against Danku, really great guy, and I felt bad. I was getting a little disgruntled because I would throw like, you know, it was like hit, crit, and then he'd roll 2 evades every single time. I'm just like, jeez.
We see Tally using her charge here to give herself an extra die. After Morello shot at her, and she's fine. Leighton does have the range 1 shot. Range 1 auto blaster. Juke. Does
Yep,
she have an
she's gonna
evade?
punt. She's gonna punt. No, she didn't get the evade this time. Unfortunately, she bumped.
Yeah. Okay, I think you just meant the ping the auto blaster. That's good.
Ooh,
2 hits and a crit is pretty good.
feisty.
Oh, 1
Just
crit.
the shield, though.
Is this-
No, it's actually
It's a crit because shields are down on Tally, and we have a weapons
weapons
failure.
failure.
Hey, if it happens to you, it can happen to me. I guess that's the fair thing, right? See, weapons failure on Tally, and Finn's gonna most likely try to finish Sunny off here.
I
I mean, you gotta, I think, go for get the shot off the board. Don't get greedy. And you'll see Finn add a...
take a strain.
Yeah. Yeah, the only reason I might say don't take the strain is your next turn is going to get weird. He's probably not getting an action next turn, though, so maybe just do a blue and bump. Saris a reroll. It doesn't get it. And we have blinded pilot.
not that it matters.
It's true. Unless you're counting cards. If you're counting cards, it does matter.
That spot, though, opens up a place for Finn to actually move and get an action, though, now that Sunny's gone.
Yes, it does. Merrill into Leighton here. This is 2 hits. Leighton is going to... Raz's green dice have not been
Big oof.
friends to him.
Yeah, his green dice have been like, what do you mean you want squiggles?
Yeah. The good news, if you are Raz, is you still have a 12 health ship hanging out. Or
He's down.
11 health, I should say. I didn't get my
Yeah.
you to update the overlay. There we go. You've got an 11 health ship hanging out, so.
But he hasn't been able to put a whole lot of damage through to these A-Wings. And right now, with Sonny being gone the way he is, and now Lightning taking half points, he's got to punch at least one of these A-Wings off the board.
Morello's got to do some work.
You've got a good chance to get Tally off the board this round.
Mm-hmm.
There's not many places she can go and be safe. I think the best bet for her would be like a 5 straight bump into Morello. But I still don't know if that is worth it. Because you're giving up a shot from her. Which admittedly is a weaker shot because of that weapons failure, but still. You might be able to start a pretty good logjam if you just stop with Morello right now.
That's what I was thinking. Is this may be the turn he pops it? Hope Sefton bumps him.
Yeah, the two options you have with Sefton right now, I think, are a hard turn, either left or right, or a bank left and try to just stay on Morello's tail.
And he could do like a 4 straight or a 5 straight or something, just rotate his arc back.
That is true.
But that 5 straight will be close to flying off the board.
Yeah, you might be locking in a 1 hard for the next turn if you're not careful.
Yeah, which you have to rotate. Yeah, no, probably not. Well, you can do the 2 hard if you do the 4 straight, probably.
Yeah. I wonder if he's planning on going out here or keeping Sefton on Morello's tail. It really... I don't know what I would choose here.
Well, Sefton, he's only down 1 shield.
Yeah, he can be aggressive for sure.
See.
I think the issue might be if you think you might bump if he stops.
See, what you'd want on Morello here, well, you only have the one illicit slot. I was going to say you could stop and then do a, not contraband, rig cargo shoot, but
Oh, yeah.
you can't do that.
Yeah, that'd be really nice if you could swing it, but...
I see these two Seek kind of. I see him doing a 5K.
I could see that, yeah. I could see that.
Get the auto blaster shots going.
Yeah, that's not a terrible plan.
Yeah, Leighton may end up on the gas cloud if you do that, but probably Sarah's not a bad idea.
I don't know. Leighton may not be taking a shot. If he does a 0 stop with Morello, and he overextends with Tally, and he overextends with Finn, Leighton may not take a shot at all if Tally can't get that action.
Yeah, we'll have to see this. This is gonna be close. So be close.
Expecting a 2 bank out of Finn, maybe? 2 bank to the right?
I don't believe that's blue, is it?
No, but he's not stressed, though, just strained.
That's
Maybe
true.
just go all in on shooting Morello.
That is true. We see Meryl doing a turn out. Or a bank out, I should say. I'm going to probably boost and just start bringing it around. Going to boost rotate. Looks like. Yeah, just start slowly bringing it around. That's the one thing, if you turn out towards Raz's side of the board with Sefton, is that does mean the next turn you're probably not getting a shot. Finn does fit in that nice 2 bank. Keeps the strain, keeps the lock. I believe next is Leighton. I'm gonna go with a 1 bank. Choosing to keep Leighton a little closer.
I don't really agree with that move. But then again, I mean, I lost 3 games.
Ooh, Morello did go for the stop.
Yeah, we did see the contraband. Yeah, I believe the contraband was flipped there.
Yep, he did.
What is... I think the question is, what do you do now? I mean, probably focus, right?
Yeah,
You
he
got a
has
focus
Finn.
lock on Finn, maybe range 1.
Yeah, I mean, like, he has Finn target locked.
Yeah. Yeah, this seems like a really good time just to focus. I mean, I guess you could reinforce if you're worried about taking a bunch of damage. You could reinforce rear, but I almost think you just go for the offense here.
I'd almost reinforce the front, actually, if he was going to reinforce.
He is going to reinforce. What is that token?
That's the
pointing to?
front.
Is it the front?
Yep.
That is the front, indeed.
Yeah, because they're not going to be able to shoot Leighton, really. He's got at least probably Tally and Finn coming in the front.
Sarasu did do the 5K. So she'll have a range 2 auto blaster onto Finn, bullseye. Tally goes right in front of old Moralo.
Now it's one of those, should have focused.
Yeah, right. Well, it depends. I mean, a boost here with Tally would be... this is a focus rotate, actually, not boost. Just going to focus rotate. Going to keep the weapon failure.
Go and try and take out Leighton.
Yeah.
Now let's see what Septon did.
Bumps.
Hard to.
Yep. Yep. Now this could be a block on... Yep, it'll also be a block onto ZZ. But Sarasu will shoot first. Stress...
Ooh, giving the double stress to Tally. Ooh.
I'm just curious.
Double stress weapons failure, Tally.
Yeah. You're going to see the range 2 auto onto Finn, I imagine. Yeah.
Yep.
Looks like it. 3 dice. Finn's only rolling 1 because of that strain.
Boy, could you just imagine if he did 3 crits?
Well,
there's 1 crit.
There's 1 crit, 1 hit. The odds of rolling a strain, or odds of Finn... I guess this is where you want to blink with Finn, honestly.
Just add the blank, then, yeah.
Yeah, but here you're just going to see the focus. Going to take a shield.
Yeah.
So good news is you're not really hurt by the crit. Bad news is you still lost a shield, which means Moralo's shot's going to be really scary. And he can initiative kill you here. Hey, Healy, what's going on? How'd your game go?
It must have been a short game for Healy if he's already in the chat now.
He got stomped.
He got stomped.
Fair enough.
Oof. Sorry to hear, man.
Welcome to our day. ZZ rolling 2 hits and an eyeball. Eyeball won't do much. Yeah, that's the thing about E-Wings, again, is the green dice on E-Wings, if they're bad, it makes you feel even worse because they're putting so many points into them. Unlike ties, where if you lose one, you're like, alright, whatever. Just a tie.
Healy is like he's like my favorite person when it comes to flying rebels because he loves the E-Wings just as much as I do. He experienced the pains of E-Wings as much as I do.
Leighton takes 1, but Leighton does live.
Should probably do the 3K next turn if I had to guess.
Yeah, I have to imagine so. 26 with 200. Oof. Yeah, that's pretty stomped. Morello now is his choice of targets. I mean, you gotta shoot Finn, right?
So you got the lock there. You got to go for it.
You've got 4 dice with a lock. I mean, even though you can kill Tally, I mean, come on. I mean, spend that lock. Ooh. Well, he's taking a crit at the very least.
Yes.
You're gonna see probably take a strain to add a focus. Yep, he's gonna take a strain to add a focus and take
only the reason why I hate Finn.
Yeah, oh yeah, Finn can live forever if he's rolling that. But you're gonna see a panic pilot.
Ooh, damage
engine. Well, honestly, your hard turns on that thing suck anyways.
Yeah, but a white turn and a red turn is a big difference there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the white turn you had was a 2 hard, now it's a red 2 hard. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Well, welcome to the chat, Healy. At the very least. Leighton doesn't have a shot. Finn will get to fire back. Finn's firing back, but is not really firing with that many dice. This kind of feels like the reinforce is a bummer right now. Finn is
Finn
not
didn't
going to
fire
shoot.
back.
Okay.
Why would he not fire back?
That was me last round, Healy, and someone didn't clutch up.
He may not want to fire back trigger Dengar Gunner.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Noticed.
Yep, that makes sense.
I still think you take the shot there, though. I still think that's worth it at range 1.
I mean, you're reinforced at most you do 1 damage and you take 1 damage. I disagree with that.
Oh, that's right. I forgot I had the reinforce on him.
Yeah, he's front reinforced. At that point, you're like, I'm taking a damage and he's giving me a damage, potentially. And even a crit, right? Because Dengar can be a crit.
No, only on hit and crit.
Oh, it's just 1 damage. Okay. It's
Yeah.
hit or crit result. The attacker suffers 1 face-down damage.
But 5/8.
Yeah.
5/8 chance. I mean, like, that's...
No, it's half.
63%.
It's 50-50.
It is 50/50. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
We're all tired, as you can tell.
What are dice?
What are dice? Yeah, who knows?
What is X-Wing?
Yeah, just tell me that I lose or whatever by now.
Star Wars? Is that the sequel to Star Trek?
Oof.
Look at those Cylons go.
It doesn't look like Moralo is going to find a spot to be able to move to get an action.
Yeah.
But he still might be able to jumble everything up with Sefton and ZZ, depending on what he does, where he bumps, how he bumps.
Yeah, this is going to be... I mean, I don't know what else you're going to see here then... Yeah, I don't know what you're going to see here.
For the YVs?
The YV dial, we have 1 bank and the 1, 2, 3 straight up blue. It's got all the blank. It's all got all the bank maneuvers, and it's got a 2 hard and a 3 hard. 2 hard is red, 3 hard is white. It's also got a 4 forward, which it could do, but I don't think it's going to.
Probably does the 1 bank again, if I had to guess. Just
I almost think you bank towards Tally.
really.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing: you bank towards Leighton and Finn. Who are you gonna have a shot on? I mean,
True.
maybe Finn. I have a feeling Finn might try to hard turn out right now or something. But if you bank towards Tally, you'll probably still have Tally because of that full front arc. And then worst case scenario, next turn you do a 4 straight and you do a 4K essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, you just...
Yeah, you do that 4
Morales'
straight,
ability.
hop off. Yeah, hop off the board, come back in. I mean, I think that seems solid. But...
Yeah, we're hoping that Justin and Kyle can clutch up too, Healy. we need good Team Jawa representation.
If we'd done a little bit worse, though, we could have had Team Jawa at the very top and Team Jawa at the very bottom. We failed upwards.
We have upgrades, people. Upgrades.
Upgrades. Yeah, we got some bad matchups. We had some tough players this morning. Oof.
I know.
Had to play Catch and Naked Wookie and a few other really good German players.
Yeah. The German players. I love them, but I don't like them.
Yeah, actually, Germany's X-Wing community is just very good.
They're very efficient, like extremely efficient.
You are, yeah, Healy. You are indeed guaranteed cut. You got 3 wins. You're cut. You're in cut. So
Yeah, and kind of how we talked earlier, Andrew, is we just don't like playing meta.
Yeah,
I don't like.
well,
playing
I think
meta
part of the
because-
problem. I think part of the problem with us is we had some bad matchups in our 3rd round for sure. That gave us some bad matchups right when we were like, oh, time for a bye, and then we had to quickly redo a
Scramble.
quickly redo our thing, our matchups. But and then we just ended up with some bad matchups. So, and then you got some bad dice there.
Oh yeah, like
Poor Joe.
my luck score wasn't horrible,
Yeah.
but it was still one of those things where it's like, WTF, mate.
Yeah. So, looking at this now, you've 3K'd with Leighton, so Leighton will get a reroll. You've kind of just bumped with Moralo and did a 1 forward with Sarasu. Yeah, I don't know if I love where you put Moralo this turn. This is the thing. Even though Daniel got out to an early lead, or Raz had an early lead. Excuse me. Daniel's list just is pretty maneuverable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna make it hard to catch with some of these other ships. Clearing a stress, just bumping with Sefton, bumping with another stress for ZZ. Or for Tally? Why not?
Triple stressed.
Honestly, I just would have stressed something else.
Yeah, I would have stressed Finn.
Yeah.
If you want to. Now, he might be able to shoot into ZZ.
You could auto blaster ZZ here. But Finn is strained. He's only rolling 1 die. You've got 2. He can't add a focus. Best he can do is add a blank and just hope for the best. But 1 hit. You could heroic this. Odds of heroic are 50-50.
Or that.
Or that works too. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty good chance that you would be okay. Worst thing you could have gotten was an eye, so.
Just does have the corner of Moralo there.
Yep. Yeah, Moralo's in trouble right now.
Weapons failure, so only 2.
Nothing.
He gets nothing because Talia is triple stressed now.
Yeah. Range 1 from ZZ. I'll say it's not very often you see these A-Wings get... gonna use L3, make him reroll all the dice. So flipping L3, that means his banks are now easier. L3, very good crew for 4 points. Not bad, okay. You managed to you downgrade a crit to a hit. That's pretty solid.
Gets reroll of that with Sarasu.
Yep. And nothing.
You know, even though the Sarasu roll didn't come into his favor, getting rid of that crit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was really crucial.
Yeah, flipping L3 to downgrade it from a hit to a crit is pretty solid on a party bus, because I mean that thing can start. I mean, you get something like a hull breach, and then everything gets a lot worse, a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Here we go. 3 dice onto 1. Hit crit. So you're taking a crit this time. You're gonna take Sarasu reroll first. Nothing.
Boy,
Sarasu has not been his friend.
You need to talk. You need to talk to Raz about
go help him out.
how to get Sarasu to work.
Help him out with how to fix Sarasu, because
Well, the trick is you gotta put elusive and stealth device on there. You gotta lean so far into the turn it bleeds off.
got it. Okay, that makes sense.
I thought that he might have had Tally there, but
Nah, not quite.
No, just nothing.
Leighton's going to go into Finn, who should not be strained. Here comes the Auto Blaster. Yeah, moving that strain because he already took the 1 die shot.
Did he remove it?
Yeah, he got it.
But if we see double crits here, then he just doesn't need to roll.
Well,
We don't see
I was
double.
going to say, we don't see double crits.
What, you said 1 in 64 chance?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Finn's fine. That's the thing about Finn, is he can just kind of shoot him forever. But it does help Leighton.
Finn doesn't have an ability, he just rolls evades.
Yeah. It does help Leighton, though. Leighton does get an evade. So you're going to have the obstructed 2 shot from Merrill. Hoping a prayer, hoping a dream.
Should be fine, knock on wood.
You're fine. You have 1 evade, you're good. Yeah, no reason to roll at that point. Oh, no gas cloud.
Wouldn't help.
Yeah, gas cloud doesn't help here, but you do have the evade. So I think the biggest problem for Raz right now is Moralo's position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he is... Daniel was able to get those A-Wings behind him and doesn't really need to stop. I mean, even without actions, those A-Wings are still getting consistent damage through. And I don't know if you can do anything about that. The best bet you would have is like a 3-bank trying to get off the board. But
3-bank won't get him off.
I don't think so either. Yeah, I think...
Nope.
You'll still take a turn of it. But you could 3-bank into a reinforce and then come back the next turn. But
Does the YV have a hard 3?
yes, it's white.
So I'd almost say do the hard 3. Go a place where he's completely not expecting, and hope to avoid shots, and then next turn fly off.
Oh, so go into that top leftmost corner.
Yeah.
That could work.
Yeah, but Tally has her arc to the back.
Yeah, Tally's a weapons
That is
failure.
true.
3 stress.
Yeah, so she'll be rolling 1 dice with no mods.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Tally isn't. She's
Say
nothing.
that, then it's a crit.
Yeah, right. She's not like, you can't ignore her per se, but you don't have to focus that much on her at the moment.
Yeah.
So.
So I like the. I'm pretty sure that these are 2 groups from the same area.
Yeah, and their names are the
Musty Custard
and the Lusty Mustards.
Custards and the Lusty Mustards.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that they're 2 teams from the same area, kind of like what we are.
Yeah.
Well,
Two
sort of.
Jawa teams. Sort of, yeah. From the same Discord. It's an area, right?
Yep.
It's a location. Oh, man.
Who are they groups of?
I'm sorry?
Who are they groups of? Where are they from?
Oh, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying that works sort of from the same area. From the same Discord, it counts, right?
Yeah.
Same space on the internet.
Same space on the internet. It counts. Yeah, I really think Daniel has a good... I think he's in the catbird seat, so to speak, here. I mean, he is... At this point, as long as he can keep those A-Wings from doing something real dumb, he's got this pretty well bagged already, I think. I mean, Raz has to make a real... Well, here comes an A-Wing on a cloud. Not a great start, but you're not really going to take a shot, I don't think, so whatever.
Takes the strain.
Raz needs to figure out what to do with Morello really quick, though, because Morello is burning. Finn does a 3K. I don't care about no damaged engine, he says. Now it is Leighton. 3 straight, nice way to clear that stress. Take a focus, sure, why not? Seems good.
Yeah, I need to mute myself real quick.
It's fine. Oh, Morello does do a 3 bank, so was trying maybe to get off the board. This seems like a reinforce the rear. Yep, there it is.
See, I'm almost shocked Leighton didn't take the evade just for the juke, but then I guess the A-Wings always be evading it, or focusing anyway.
Yeah, I think this might be trying to... Oh, honestly, yeah, take the evade, shoot at Finn. I mean, juke Finn, he can't do anything.
If you've got Finn, I don't know if that's an arc, yeah. Or
Oh,
you got bumps like
interesting.
that too.
Daniel does turn towards... turn in towards Leighton and Sarasu with Sefton. Tally continues to try to clear stress and go out, and another bump out of ZZ. You're probably going to see ZZ go straight into one of these M3s here. I don't think she's going to bother shooting the range 3 reinforced Morello.
Ooh, Sarasu has the bullseye.
On
does
ZZ.
she? On ZZ.
Yeah.
Yep.
4 dice into ZZ. Well, the problem is then you give ZZ a focus for offense.
Nope, going after
Yeah,
Finn.
I think you shoot Finn. Yeah, don't give ZZ the focus. Try to keep Leighton alive. Nothing.
So I've found the number 1 piece of advice I can give people whenever it comes to X-Wing, and I'm not a good person to give advice for it, is just roll good.
Yeah. Rolling well is usually a pretty good way to do well in this game.
It's dice betterer, thank you, not roll good.
Yeah, dice better.
Oh, sorry, I have horrible grammar. I'm from West Virginia.
Country roads take me home.
Here, here. That should be the national anthem.
I agree. Let's make John Denver the national anthem. ZZ is going to go into... I mean,
That doesn't feel right.
Well, I guess so. Here's your thought, right? You shoot. If you miss Leighton, then she gets they get an evade. He gets an evade, and he's got evade, focus, and a reroll. So that means your next shot is worthless. But you're gonna have to shoot. You're going to have to shoot Leighton anyways with Sefton, so why not take that shot?
Let's do
I don't
that
know.
one first, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that to me seems like why not just shoot Leighton? Leighton has one card left. Just try to get him off the board. But here you go. Sefton into Leighton. Fun names. Sefton roll 2 crits. Pretty good.
Crits. Leighton still has a...
Leighton's fine. And guess what?
fine.
Leighton gets an evade.
So
Sefton's
now...
about to get hurt.
Yeah, Sefton could be hurt pretty bad.
Do you shoot at Sefton or do you shoot at Tally?
Or
you shoot at
Finn.
Sefton?
That 4 dice into Sefton is just
Yeah,
so
you-
tempting.
Oh, 4 dice into
Yeah.
Sefton. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, you got the
Yeah,
Auto
yeah,
Blaster?
Focus juke, 4 dice into Sefton, you take that 4 dice onto Sefton.
Yeah, you take that shot. Yeah, take that shot, Raz. Go for it.
He's
Come on now.
thinking too much about it, though. He's going to change his mind. No.
Don't
Don't shoot Finn. Finn's a trap. Don't shoot Tally. Shoot the trap. Just shoot the 4 dice. Shoot the 4 dice.
Oh no.
No, shoot Sefton. Come on. I know he's got 3, but shoot him anyways. Ah, going to Tally.
Like, I get it. She's got 1 left, but... Oh,
Oh, focus
okay,
or 2.
that's
Pretty
that's
good.
nice.
You know what would be nice, though? 4 hits
Still
into
does have
Sefton.
So Tally has to roll 3 natural evades here to survive it.
She has to roll 2 natty evades.
He has juke, though.
No.
Yeah. Oh, 3 natty evades. I see what you're saying.
4 dice. 4 dice, right.
Yeah. Nope. And juked. That'd be a dead Tally. Okay. Well, even though we were all lamenting it, maybe it was the right call to make. Well, it's only a 30-point game now, and the good news is you're going to have I mean, Morales is going to have good positioning for next turn. I mean, I shoot Cersei, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't bother
It's
shooting.
range 2.
Yeah, it's range 2 as opposed to range 3 with a reroll and an evade. Is it the... Oh! It
I was
lingered.
about to say, what would you rather have there? Double crits or double blanks?
Double blanks. I'm always double blanks.
Really? Even if you already had like 2 crits showing?
Yeah, always double blanks with Finn. You can always
Fair
get more.
enough.
You can always get more.
Because then you pull the blank one.
Yeah.
And do heroic.
You heroic it up, baby.
So just
That
one hit.
Enrique
Sarasu shouldn't be hurt here. 4 dice and a reroll. Oh,
with a focus.
Yeah, with a focus.
Yeah. I was gonna say, don't. You got mad at me for saying that earlier. Be careful.
I thought about not saying it for the same reason. I'm like,
And it
don't
almost
be that
happened
person.
too. It almost happened. Got the focus, it would have happened. Maybe. Get the reroll. So we know where Morales is going next turn, right?
Yep.
I mean, Morales is gonna have. When does he Is it the next during the end
Next
phase?
round.
During the next planning phase. Okay. So that's not. I mean, that's gonna give him some pretty good information. The bad news is it will give Raz a turn to focus down both Leighton and Cersei if you're not careful. I don't really know what to do with him though right now.
So Sefton... No, Tally came off.
Yeah, Tyler came off.
I was like... For some reason, I was seeing it as Sefton. I'm like, why is Sefton still on the board?
No, Sefton's fine. He's chilling.
So the question is, like, when Morello comes back, do you have him come back in that same sort of corner and be violent? Or do you start him on the far side and, like, bank him in to catch the A-Wings from the front?
I think you start him on the side of the A-Wings. As close as possible to the A-Wings.
About right where he comes off, then.
Depends on where they move. But yeah, I mean, I think you just ram him into him, basically. I mean, you can Dengar him, you can 000 him. Just stay on their tail.
Has he gotten a single Dengar trigger this entire game so far?
He is not. Daniel's done a very good job of keeping out of Dengar range.
While still doing
ability.
a lot of damage to him, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he got behind Morello and was just doing damage for a while.
He got behind Morello really fast.
Yeah. Yeah, just started doing good damage into Morello.
So I decided to join the what's it, the Renegades Team Tournament? Not the Renegades, the Renegades League.
The OG Trilogy League.
Yeah, just so that, I can
Redeem
get
yourself.
more X-Wing in.
Oh, fair.
I'm not. There's no redeeming myself, but come on, Andrew.
There's none of that here. No redemption arcs for us.
Look, I'm just all around bad at X-Wing because I don't know how to roll better.
It's true. That is hard. It's hard to dice gooder sometimes. I mean, there's only 14 minutes left in this game. That is the other thing you have to keep in mind. I mean, Merrill coming in with a 3 bank. Bold move. Playing fast and loose with that rock.
They just missed it.
There's like 2 pixels.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You only need 1. You only need the one. Yep. I'm going to focus and do a boost.
Guess he's hoping Sarasu ends up somewhere in front of him.
It's not a bad plan, I don't think. Finn doing a bank maneuver.
Finn's finally able to get an action in.
Leighton bumps. Actually, that's not bad for Leighton, depending on where Sefton and ZZ go.
It just doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Morello, unsurprisingly, is one forwarding off the board. And a 5K from Sarasu with the stress. Wow. A sloop? Who would have thought? A-Wing's doing sloops? I didn't know they had those.
Yeah, I only get stressed from rotating.
Ooh, Sefton on thing. On the rock.
If this is a hit or a crit.
Yeah, I say a damage here is big for points, but luckily for Raz. Yeah, and luckily for Raz, not much. I mean, the A-Wings have been doing good at doing their thing right now of being absolutely infuriating to try to hit.
That bullseye too, or do you go for Finn? You go for Finn at range 1.
You try to clear Finn. Yeah, I think you try to clear Finn here.
But his dice though.
I know.
Finn is just so defensive.
I know.
Again,
but he's not canceling that.
It can't even roll.
Yeah,
I don't even know why he's rolling.
This may just kill him if you get direct hit.
Yeah, let's find out.
That'd be huge.
No, you get another damaged engine. I believe that means his turns are now purple.
No, don't even start with that. Don't confuse people.
He must use the force to turn. I did get a pretty good crit chain in my first match of the day where it was a hull breach into a fuel leak into a direct. It's very fun. Is that a heroic roll? Here it comes.
Got one hit that could do Leighton in.
Nope. And that means Leighton gets an evade.
Not that she can do anything with it this round.
Yeah, she's not taking any more shots, so whatever. Black
We're
turns
going to be the
suffer
hero
a
of
crit.
legend here.
Black turns suffer a crit. I like that. That's what it is now. It's a black turn, no longer red. 2 dice going into old Sarasu, and she's fine. She says, "What 2 dice? I'm good."
That was a very good turn.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you needed right now if you are Raz. I mean, that might not be enough because you still have to clear Finn. So you got to do that. The question is, where do you put Morello? That's interesting. That looks like he's setting up for a 3 hard from Morello. But there's a 3 hard bump there. I almost feel like
he might be doing a 1 bank to try and catch Finn up.
Yeah, that is definitely possible. A 1 or 2 bank, I think, would probably still fit and get you close enough to Finn that you can just say bye to Finn. Had a hell of a crit chain in my game against 5 bombers with prox mines and conch missiles. Oh my gosh, did you play? Was that from Luke? Was that the lukewarm tauntauns?
Yeah.
That's the same person.
On the final round.
Yeah, that's the same person That's the same person I crit chained earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Morello's back on the board at an interesting angle. I thought he just set up straight behind him. Because he wants to bank in.
I guess the bank gives you a pretty good opening there, but
Alternatively, you could just hard turn off the board again, bait them to come towards him.
that would be hilarious. The only thing is they're facing the wrong way.
I'm about to say only Finn's really in kind of position to chase him.
Yeah, I mean, the bait would work, but unfortunately now it probably isn't working. One thing that's interesting I just noticed on the stream overlay is there's no place to put like charges for Morello in. Warthog ate so many crits.
If he gets the bait off, he'll be a master.
Don't do that. Don't start that.
I couldn't help myself.
He is part of the Lusty Mustards.
Exactly.
Well, I could
We're family friendly, I swear.
Why Morello off the board again?
Yeah,
I don't think it'd be a good idea.
You could. Like I said, that's what Jeremy's mentioned too, but like I just don't see a point to it. Warthog swarming inside. I played my separatist list against that conch bomber list, and my hyenas just kind of they just shrugged off so many conch missiles that they were just kind of like, what conch missile? I don't see it.
If he'd set Morello a little more towards the far edge, you could do like a 3 bank and then off the other side of the board the next turn. But
That would have been clever.
Yeah, have like a passing drive-by shot.
Oh, their power comes from thematic locks. I agree, Fish. I mean, these locks are pretty thematic.
So they got mustard written on them and everything, even though it's upside down and backwards.
What, do they?
Yep.
They do. That's funny. I like that.
What it said.
I didn't notice that. If I flip it, does it say it right? Side up? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool.
There it goes.
Make the lock do a barrel roll, then we can read it correctly.
Oh no! I had to flip it.
Oh no! We're good. We're good, Fish. It was just the other side didn't like it. We got it right.
Yeah.
For the last team tournament the Renegades had, I did custom skins for one of our players, Scumless, and because of the way the skin for the what the heck is it called? The Star Viper works. One of them, like one number was just backwards. But it was fine.
So Leighton and Merle are seeing how each other's doing.
Yeah, you gotta kill Merle real quick though, because Merle is gonna make you roll one fewer die if you're not careful.
Yep.
Morello does do the 1 bank, and here comes that mustard lock.
You're gonna try and knock Finn out of the sky before he gets a chance to shoot him.
Yeah, and that's your best chance here, I think.
Fish, I definitely like those target locks though. I kind of wish that
Yeah.
I had the creativity to make that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Not
you
gonna
just gotta
lie.
learn. Who did we bump there? Did we bump? Oh, we bumped Leighton.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, chat says bumping Leighton.
Sarasu bumped Leighton, so Sarasu
Yep,
will have a shot on Merle.
Her nub caught Leighton just before her base caught Merrill.
Yep. Nub yub.
Hey, we're Jawas, not Ewoks.
Hey, I watched the I don't know why this made me think of it, but I watched the Lego Star Wars Christmas special yesterday, or holiday special. It was very good.
I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I have a VHS tape that's of the old Jawa cartoon.
I love it. I've seen clips of it.
It's so bad.
Yeah, that and like the Ewok cartoon were both equally as rough.
No, it was the Ewok cartoon. I kept
Oh,
Ewoks
yeah.
and Jawas mixed up in my head now.
You're good. It's because I said yub nub. Is Sefton going to pass the evade to Merrill?
And we were saying he never uses his ability.
Yeah, I know. Sefton uses his ability. He has one.
The first time in X-Wing history it's gonna
The
happen.
funny thing, though, is then Leighton just shoots Merrill.
Oh my gosh.
Or just shoots Sefton. Leighton just shoots Sefton at that point, though. Right?
Yeah, he's still got the 4-dice shot.
That's true.
I'm greedy. I want that 4-dice shot.
Here comes ZZ. So the problem is ZZ will shoot you before you shoot Merrill, so you have a pretty good
Leighton
chance
has
of
to
dying.
survive first.
Yeah, Leighton does have to survive. No trigger for 000. We're going to see Sarasu first.
1 bank.
Sarasu into Finn? Question mark? She is
Auto
going to
blaster?
Auto Blaster Finn. Okay.
It's a choice.
Hopes to get a crit.
I mean, yeah, but you've locked Finn with Morello. You know, why not just shoot him with Morello? I mean, who else do you shoot? I guess ZZ and give her a focus evade. Finn's fine.
We're fine.
Everything's fine. How are you?
Everything's fine.
And we have here comes the range 1 shot into Leighton. Meryl's ability is going to proc, so Meryl is going to be pretty sad. 3-on-2, you do still have that reroll with Meryl, or with Leighton. Oh, and the anti-heroic roll, but average dice don't roll there.
Leighton needs double paint. Or, yeah, with the reroll.
Well, you do have a reroll. Here it comes. You got it.
Ooh, very nice.
And guess what Leighton gets?
And
Yeah.
gets the evade.
Leighton gets the evade. Here comes Morello, range 2 into Finn. Have to imagine.
Honestly, I want to get these tokens too.
They're the Hexel tokens.
I think he meant the mustard locks.
Did you mean the locks and tokens?
The tokens, the locks. I don't fly the YV666 or the
M3.
M3As, so there's really no point in getting them.
I'm gonna spend. Nightbot. Can I let you do that? I don't know how to make that happen now. Well, fish.
Finn survived.
If you want to put that in your match room chat, put the link there. I'll just paste it in. You can put the ship-shaped locks in the workshop. So Leighton going into Meryl here. 4 dice. Auto blaster, of course. There's a crit. There's you got a lock. Yeah, spin the lock. That lock's from a long time ago. Oh, focus for sure.
Yeah, spend it here. If it somehow misses, you got the double evades. Yeah.
Yeah. If it somehow misses.
There's no possible way for it to evade.
I realized that when I said it.
Septon only takes 1 though. There you go. Now I posted it in chat. Thanks.
Meryl only takes 1.
Meryl only takes 1. Yeah. Now the problem is Meryl and Septon are still 1 away from half. Finn didn't die, man.
And now Morello might.
No, he's got 5 health still. Finn can't bully him that much. He can hurt him though, and he can Dengar him. Oh, if Dengar kills Finn. Nope.
Oof.
No Dengar. Yeah, Dengar killing Finn there would be interesting. Yeah, he should still have 2 health left, which means you're probably going to be able to shoot next turn. They do need to get to the system phase in order to count for next round, according to the rules here.
Thank you for that link, Fish.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. So Meryl going range 1 into Leighton. Leighton's rolling 1 fewer because Meryl. Or is Meryl not working with himself? No. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it works. Meryl works with
Yeah, he
himself.
took the dice away.
There you go. Well, you're going to need a Sarasa reroll here to save you. That's not good.
Ooh.
It won't save her.
Yeah, poor Leighton's gone. I just didn't bother spending the token. Well, your winning state here, if you are Raz, is you got to get half on Sefton and Meryl, and I think that might do it. Half on Sefton is 21 points. Half on Meryl is 17 points. No, it will not. If you kill Finn, does that help? Oh, yeah, this might be too far gone.
You take a big swing turn.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to need right now, if you are 2-1 with results, they're already through the cut. Hey, that's not bad, though. Good for them. That means Raz's team has already gone 2-1 with this result the way it is. Probably stopping here, I have to imagine. We're going to go forward. Yeah, 1 more turn, okay. Justin lost as well. Yep, GG indeed. Yep. Thanks for both of these to both of these players for playing on stream. It was a fun match. Yeah, very fun match and a very close one. And the good news, if you are Raz, is even despite the result, you are still moving on. Rip Sleep indeed. Hashtag DLeon's teammate. And thanks, Tobby. We hope you guys enjoyed this match at the Junkyard from the Junkyard JavaCast. This has been fun to stream one of these Renegades Team Champ matches, and we might show up tomorrow to do some more. I'm debating it. Depends on what I have to do tomorrow. We will see what my wife thinks about losing me for another day. She may just tell me no. So, which I wouldn't blame.
I'll be gone the whole time, so.
Well, we'll find out. Anyways, I was Andrew, and my co-hosts today were Joe.
Hello.
And Jeremy.
Have a good one.
GG to both of these players. Have a good night, evening, wherever you are, everybody. Rest of your day, maybe if you're a little further on the West Coast. And we will see you in the next match. Goodbye.
Goodbye.